Hey, all right, welcome back to Raff's Brain, a show about things that are interesting to me. Raff's Brain is my playground, my friends. That's goofy stories, real life adventures, experiments in openness, creativity, and technology, bringing people together. And today, it's time for the stream of content where I connect with my friends and family and loved ones, people I admire, respect, and appreciate. It's Fitness at 50. We're checking in another weekly connection with my cousin and personal trainer, Zachariah Lawson.
What's up, man? How you
How are
doing?
you, buddy? It's good to see you, man. How you doing?
Doing pretty good. I think
How's
about it all the time. A lot of times I'll say, "What's up, Unc?" And then someone else will say, "What's up, cuz?" It's always kind of like
cuz
this in between where it's like I see you as kind of like Uncle Jim and Uncle Roger, but I guess technically it's a cousin, so it's kind of like this uncle cousin,
we haven't
right?
figured it out, man. We haven't like are
What is
you
it
are
technically?
you a nephew or you're a cousin, I think. You're a cousin. You're a cousin of mine.
Well, are you you're my mom's cousin.
That's right. So that makes me, how does that relate us? I don't know. We're going to find something out right now. I'm sharing my screen.
ChatGPT.
Yes, I'm pulling it up. Actually, I'm going to have a conversation with her. Dude, I love this. This is amazing.
I
I love.
talked to her earlier, actually.
Did you really? Oh my
Yeah,
God.
yeah.
I'm
You mentioned you
definitely.
spoke to her.
You're not speaking to the same lady I am. We're not in competition for this, the heart of this lady. Are we? Just kidding. Okay, let me all right. Hey, good afternoon, ChatGPT. How's it going? What's up?
Rob, good afternoon. I'm doing great. Just hanging out and ready to help you with whatever you've got on your mind. What's up with you today?
Hey, I'm on the line with Zachariah Thomas. You know who he is, don't you? I didn't say Thomas. His
Yeah,
brother's name is
Zachariah.
Thomas. Zachariah Lawson. Zachariah Lawson. Does that name ring a bell to you?
Ah, I think I see what you mean. So, Zachariah Lawson, yep, that name does ring a bell. You've mentioned a Jeremiah Lawson as your trainer for your kettlebell transformation program.
Zachariah, not Jeremiah. Dude, what are you? You're wrong. You got to stay on top of things. Anyway, enough of this. The question we have for you is so we're trying to understand the relationship between myself and Zachariah. Okay. Zachariah is the son of my cousin Margie. Okay. He's the adult son. He's like in his mid 20s at this point, maybe 30 something. I don't even know how old he is. The point is, he's the son of my cousin, my first cousin. So what relationship is he to me?
Ah, I got it. No worries about the name mix up there. So, if Zachariah is the son of your first cousin Margie, that makes him your first cousin once removed. Basically, he's one generation down from you in the cousin line. So, yeah, first cousin once removed is the official title.
Thank you. And what am I to him?
You're welcome. And from his perspective, you would also be his first cousin once removed. It works the same way both directions.
All right, first cousins. That's what we are. We should just
Once
say
removed makes it sound like I was banished at one point or
you were
something.
once removed,
Like I was
dude.
once exiled from the family and I got to come back or something. Once removed. Okay, cousin.
We're
All right,
cousins.
cuz.
So no more unks, no more
Wow.
nephews. Cuz. We're gonna be call each other cuz. All right. Cuz removed. That's an interesting one. All
Yeah,
right.
it is.
Okay. So good things are happening, dude. I am in a really good spot. Just this morning, I weighed in, and the weigh in was drum roll 214. That's
That's
good, you
awesome.
know. That's very good. It's kind of back to my lowest point that I was a few weeks ago when I had a little bit
Uh-huh.
of. So I'm on path. I started off the week at like 218 or something. It was terrible, and it went nice and down. So this is the lowest I've been all week. It's been great, and I'm making progress. I just needed that full week at home, not traveling, not with birthdays or other things going on. So it was just like a normal. I was able to keep things under control all week, which was
100%.
great.
Nice. Yeah, it's always like for me too, like traveling like is usually what messes me up like first and foremost. I don't get the same sleep, I don't get the same food, I don't have the same routine, the same gym, anything. When I can like just be in one place and be focused on, two or three priorities, work, health and fitness, and then, relationships, whatever. You can't focus but on so much at once. So, having to travel really throw things off. Let's go. Awesome, you're back on track, and you started at 226 point something. So that's down a little over 12 pounds, which is awesome.
It is awesome, and I'm excited about it. And we're going to continue that momentum into the holiday period. This is where it gets dicey though.
Yeah.
Next week is Thanksgiving. I'm okay. I'm actually totally mentally prepared for it.
Hmm.
I'll have one big meal next Saturday, actually. Is it going to be we're going to go back on Thanksgiving Day to West Virginia. But we're not going to do Thanksgiving until Saturday. So I'll enjoy that day, but I'm not going to go crazy the rest of
Yeah.
the week. I'm going to have a normal week. I'm going to have a very normal week.
Even one giant meal won't throw anything off. I mean, if anything, like I always encourage you to do Sunday where you do like a big refeed and you should be doing like, carb cycling where like you have a refeed day. Some people say every 10 days, some people say every 7. Some people do like a no carb day, a medium carb day, and a high carb day, and they cycle it in threes. But it should always be kind of like a cycle of like you need to replace all the glycogen for your muscles so you can have more ATP, more energy, and
What is
fewer.
ATP? Wait a second. You're throwing me off here. What's going on? What is it?
It's like the energy that you need to be able to exercise, which is restored with glycogen, which comes from carbs, which is why you need carbs. So if you go full like ketogenesis, it's why you feel like super drained. And I think that it only works for so long for people. People will like, there was this big carnivore trend for a while where people be like, oh yeah, you should do carnivore forever, keto forever, basically, right? But then after people do that for like 6 months to a year or whatever, they start looking like Liver King. You remember that guy?
I
Where it's like
do. Yes, that was
same.
nuts. All
And
right.
vice versa. I think the same thing about like vegans or vegetarians. It's like you're still not very well balanced. And vegans and vegetarians will swear by it too and be like, well, I'm built different or it's worked for me or blah blah blah. But it's like there's so many cases of people who will have like hormone imbalances and nutrient deficiencies and stuff. And even for myself, I did like vegetarian for like 3 months and like for maybe 2 or 3 weeks out of that. I might have made it a month, but I tried vegan as well, and I basically just lost a ton of weight and just looked malnourished. It was terrible. I was like, this is silly. I
You got
have
to
to
have
have.
the protein. I think it's all about balance, right? Have we concluded
Yeah,
this?
yeah, definitely.
Okay.
But yes, that's awesome. You're making progress in the right direction. Still, it's what's important. It's still like a downward slope. Like the trend is still in the right direction. It's always going to be little, you know,
Blips.
ups and downs, glitches in it, but it's going to be in the right direction.
Yes, it's going the right direction. We're going to keep it steady, and I do believe if I keep doing this for like 3, 6, 9 months, I'll
Hmm.
continue to lose weight. I should be able to get under 200. I should be able to get to 190. We'll see. It's
Yeah.
going to get There'll be a point where it gets a lot harder to see much difference because you just, at a certain point, I could see why that would be challenging. But if I could just get down to 195, 190, 180. I mean, I don't know. I have to see, but under
Very
200,
doable.
I do not remember the last time I was under 200 pounds. It has to have been like 20 or 30 years. I mean, it's crazy. So
I will say too that like all that matters is the deficit and the steps.
yeah,
So like as long as you're in a deficit, it really doesn't get harder. You just continue to lose weight. So like I didn't feel like it was harder for me to go from 15 to 5% any more difficult than maybe it was from 20 to 10 because I was still like just making sure I was in a deficit and making sure I was like doing my cardio, hitting my steps, zone 2 cardio, whatever.
man, the steps are insane. I have only missed a few days of the steps, not lately, not this week. I did it all and I rucked it. I had like a 20-pound rucksack, which is what I've been doing a lot of, and it's enjoyable, man.
Hmm.
I'll say one day it was raining. I'll give you that. This was a wake-up call. I did a 30-minute Peloton. It's called high intensity walking.
Okay.
It murdered me, dude. It was horrific. It is a 10. You're on level 10 incline
Hmm.
and you're power walking for
That's much
like
harder.
half an hour. Well, you do it like in 5 minutes, then you slow a little bit then. But the incline does not change almost the entire time. It's like on a 10, very steep. And I was hurt. I was hurt coming out. And my legs and my body hurt for like 2 days after. And I realized I should be doing that at least once a week, probably. That is insanely good for me. I don't know.
It is good for you, but I will say that's not as much of a fat burning zone. So like the fat
Ooh,
burning zone is just specifically zone 2. So like when I did long distance running,
yeah.
I actually was kind of like skinny fat where like I would run like 10 miles and I still didn't have like as much definition or like as I still had like retained a lot of body fat. Because when you do like the higher intensity cardio, it's really good for your cardiovascular. You should still do it like at least once a week or whatever. It's good for your cardiovascular, but it's not going to burn more fat. It's going to burn more carbs. It's like
Interesting.
high intensity workouts burns a lot of carbs, whereas like the low impact, low intensity, like just steady state cardio is what burns fat. And that was like a huge eye opener when I did the bodybuilding shows, but I just did zone do cardio only.
Yeah.
And I lost like a crazy amount of body fat in a month. I lost 20 pounds in a month because I did like an hour of Stairmaster every day, but at a slow pace where I'm just like low impact. When I ran 10 miles a day, I never lost weight like that. It was like I lost muscle.
This is fascinating because back in the day, I ran a marathon, 2002 time frame, and I trained my butt off for that, and I didn't really lose a lot of weight. I mean,
Yeah.
and I was wondering what's going on. Of course, I wasn't
Yeah.
changing anything about my diet, really. It was kind of this
Yeah.
crazy time, but that now makes a lot more sense to me when I look at it. I have been dropping weight, and I've just been walking a ton. I walk my ass off. It's
Mhm.
crazy. It is crazy, and I love
All
it.
that-
And I actually listen to stuff and I have
Yeah.
conversations with ChatGPT. I do all sorts of craziness, man. I haven't yet gone out. I was thinking about doing some, uh, what's it called? Vlogging, where you're like selfie stick walking and
Yeah.
talking. I do a
It's a good
little bit
idea.
of, I do a little bit of that. You look a little weird when you're doing that, let's be honest, but who cares, right?
Yeah. Somebody gonna stop you and be like, "Hey, what's going on, man? Why are you walking around talking to the phone?"
Yeah, it
They
is.
probably just think you're on FaceTime.
They might think I'm on FaceTime. Yeah, that's
I mean, that's what I
interesting.
would assume. I mean, you ever seen somebody walking around and they're talking to themselves and you realize they have their AirPods in, you're like, oh,
Yes, exactly.
no.
That's funny, dude, because it happened quickly. It was, it's been a while now, but um,
And actually
historic,
nowadays,
yeah.
go ahead. I was gonna say
I,
nowadays too, you have the Ray-Ban Metas. So you have glasses on, so people probably think you're on the phone.
it's funny that you mentioned this. I literally just got a pair. I just got a
Uh-huh.
pair.
Nice.
I,
That's
I
awesome.
haven't used them yet. I just yesterday was testing them out a little bit.
Uh-huh.
It's first person, right? So it looks funky and funny.
Yeah.
I'm going to start recording and sharing it. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I don't know why I got them. It was a special deal when I got new glasses. They were very inexpensive and I have my insurance helped cover, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to start recording stuff. I don't know what I'm going to do. The
That's
problem
cool.
is, I think I made a mistake here. I got mine as sunglasses, so I kind of have to wear them during the daytime. I can't run around at night, and I don't know. We'll see what happens, Zach. This is,
You can switch them out for the transition lenses or even prescription lenses.
yeah, I might have to do that.
Yeah.
But it's going to be fun. We're gonna test and learn and see what happens. I had a fun idea this just today. Colleen and I were out in the front yard putting up some Christmas lights. I think it's too early for that, my friend. I think we shouldn't do that until after Thanksgiving. What do
I
you
agree.
think?
I
Yeah,
think so too. I think it's a little too early
we
because it kind of like you gotta let each cycle of like a holiday go through it. Thanksgiving is not a fun one. It's not really the greatest holiday or anything. You kind of want to skip it, but you gotta let it pass first so you can really enjoy Christmas.
I really love Thanksgiving, but I don't think you should touch anything with the Christmas decor until like probably December 1st. I mean, it's something like get through November or at least get through Thanksgiving. However, I'll say this. I think we were always on the same page. And then we're in this neighborhood where peer pressure, everybody on our street has put up lights and decorations. And we're like this little house with nothing. So I think that is what happens. She gets peer pressure. It's kind of crazy. This was like 2 weeks ago, people started putting up Christmas decorations. I'm like, what's going on? This has never happened before. There's something strange in the water. Anyway, anyway. Oh, so what I was to say is though, and I might do this still.
Uh-huh.
I could put my Ray-Bans on. I could record myself putting up the Christmas lights. That would be highly entertaining content. I'm cussing. I'm getting up angry. Like
Uh-huh.
the the
Like a
wires
national
and the lights
anthem.
are getting all mixed up. It's not easy business, man. It's not easy.
I know. I actually put some lights up on my balcony as well.
Oh wow,
I
nice.
try to be pretty festive. And I have like a little Christmas tree I put up. I
That's
think I
cool.
threw it away last past year, so I got to buy another one. But
Yeah, they're out there. She bought like five little Christmas trees you stick in the ground. They have solar lights on them.
yeah,
Anyway, it was an ordeal, but I should have recorded that. I'm gonna start thinking for opportunities. I might record myself going on a 10-mile walk or something.
there you go.
I just don't
There's
know.
honestly a huge market for that too. You ever seen on YouTube, they'll do
No,
like
no.
there's weird things like it'll be like ASMR food, like eating something, and it'll literally just be like listening to somebody eat food like an
Oh
hour.
my gosh, this
And
is
it's
nuts.
crazy that people will like some people love that. It'll be like weird noises. It'll be like, fingernails tapping or
Oh, I
something.
know that stuff is crazy. That I've seen some of those channels.
Yeah.
Hey man, we're getting weirder every day. Like the internet is out there, man. And I'm telling you, you should be really building your channel. Here's what I'm gonna do because I've got a lot of value out of you, and this has been helpful, and we'll continue to check in at least at the end of this year, on my end. But I think what I'd like to do for our last episode, once we get that nailed down, whatever that's going to be,
Mhm.
it might be season one, just it's a finale of season one or
Yeah.
whatever. I'm going to present to you some information, based on the 3 months of conversations we've had, and I'm going to give you like some inspiration to not just like generally post more, make more content, but here's a strategy. Here's the thing, dude. Just like you're telling me, if I want to succeed in my fitness journey, I have to have like an intentionality behind it. What am I trying to achieve? How do I get there? Slow and steady wins the race. It's not going to happen overnight. Okay, same principles, but what would it be for social media and developing your personality as a fitness influencer and a personal trainer that can attract paid customers to come and get your counseling and information? I believe it's very achievable for you. I'd actually, it's a funny thing. I don't know if your mom told you, but and this is unusual. I don't talk to Margie that often, but she called me this week
Mhm.
and we chatted briefly. She was, I guess, oh shoot, what's your sister's name, man? What?
Rachel.
Rachel. She's in town this weekend. She's in Alexandria, Virginia. She's bouncing around. So she has my number in case like there's an emergency. I thought Margie was going to say, hey, maybe Rachel could come hang out with you or something. And no, she doesn't want to hang out with me. She wants my number in case like she gets stranded somewhere and needs a rescue. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. It's me to change the tire.
It's all good. The bottom line is, so we were chatting and I was saying, oh, I'm talking to Zach. She's like, oh, he mentioned that to me. I said, Margie, I'm not joking you. Zach could be a very successful, and you already are a very successful personal trainer. You work for a company, you're doing your thing. But I think you could just scale your exposure and become a bit of a kind of fitness personality guru type.
Yeah,
And I don't know if you want to do it or not. I'm not going to ever force that upon you, but I think you have all the charisma and talent and capability,
yeah,
and I could help with some strategies on that front. Like, hey, you need to be using this type of content, this format, this forum. What
yeah.
does it look like? Anyway, we'll talk more about that. I'm very into this stuff. I do believe it's not it's already happening. It's just not like it's not even groundbreaking for me to say it. You see it out there
I
everywhere,
see it all
man.
the time. I mean, there's a lot of guys that go to
All
the gym
the
that I work
time.
at. They're like, they don't work at the gym. They're strictly online trainers.
Wow.
And they'll have like, because it's Miami. So I'll see like, I'll know who they are and I'll be like, see, they have like, 500,000, a million followers or something. And they do full-time business on there. And I'm like, how'd you go about this? And they're like, well, I started out just giving people value, like
Yep,
just creating content where
that's
I
right.
explain things. And then similar to like the format we've done, they're like, I just check in with people, you know, explain the process and then hold them accountable. And I'm like, so pretty much what I do right now. And I'm like, okay, well, that makes sense. Then the next step for me is really just putting myself out there and being like, it's funny, I still get a bit of that like imposter syndrome where even though I've been doing this for a while now and I have a ton of clients and I've seen their like progress and change and stuff, there's still that there's still a lot for me to learn too. Where like I'm always learning something new. So I'm like, well, I'm not really that, knowledgeable compared to some people. But then when I think about like how far I've come or how much I can help people who are just getting started, I'm like, okay. When I think like relative to like some of these people that I've met that are, just like I said, the top of the game or whatever. The comparison's the thief of joy, right? So that's kind of what I get sucked into. I'm like,
Comparison is
once
the
I get
thief of
there,
joy. This is another great comment, dude. I'm getting all the quotes from you. We're gonna have a great quote. We're gonna have a top 10. I'm already mapping out the last episode of our season one, or whatever you want to call it, whenever it happens in December, early January, whatever. It's gonna be like one of this is gonna be the top 10 quotes from Zach.
like a
Like
recap.
they will be there, and that's a great one. Comparison is the thief of joy. Dude, it's what you are great. You're inspirational, man. You're inspirational.
Yeah.
The idea in my mind, the idea that you would suffer from imposter syndrome or insecurity and fearful that like, oh, I don't have any, I'm not good enough, I'm not smart enough in terms of the fitness knowledge and ability and reputation.
Hmm.
it blows my mind. It's like absolutely insane that you would think that. I understand why. Similar, someone might say something like that to me about things that I would try to offer, but you're right. There are always people that are going to know more than you and that have a bigger following or that have more experience.
Always.
But you, independent from that, still have a lot to offer, you know?
Yeah.
But here's the good news. It's a reflection, it's a positive reflection, I think. Humility is a really important trait to have. And
Yeah.
you're not just trying to rip people off and hey, give me $50, I'll make you skinny in a week or whatever. You have a real genuine intent and a purity that's pretty rare.
So
So
have you ever heard of the Dunning-Kruger effect?
oh yeah, dude, that's fascinating. Although I can't remember exactly. Has something to do with like lots of people are stupid or something.
So if you can even
Ugh.
pull it up on your screen right now, this is kind of what the head trainer in anatomy kind of explained to me when I started, where when you first start something, you have a ton of confidence with it and
Oh,
lack experience.
right,
So your confidence is way up here, but your experience is way down here.
right.
And basically, then it falls off because you realize that you basically lack the experience and knowledge. And then
Yeah,
there's this like pit of despair where then you have to actually gain the knowledge and experience to build real confidence. And so that's how it goes. It's like I remember when I was 19, 20, I was like only worked out for a year. And this is very common on social media is that you'll see like somebody who maybe understands one or two concepts and then puts out a lot of info and is very confident about it, but they actually know very little because the Dunning-Kruger. And then you actually realize there's so much more in depth and so much more to learn and so much more to the process that then you're like, oh, I actually don't know that much. And you have to actually build from the bottom up. And then you build real confidence and real knowledge and real experience that way.
yeah.
So I
Don't,
see myself as on that second incline.
yeah, that's good. Some people don't make it to that incline. They just get stuck.
Yeah,
They get stuck in the idea that I know like there's nothing worse
true.
than someone who is just a little bit, just enough to be dangerous and they don't know what they don't know. You know what I mean?
Yes,
That,
exactly.
and that's not someone you want to pay attention to, but they're out there, they're out there.
Yeah.
So,
That's the people who just say, well, you're just not trying hard enough. And that's the only explanation they give. Well, you're just not working out hard enough. You're just
right,
not eating chicken and rice for every meal, that
right.
type of person. It's
Yeah,
like, it's a little more complex than that.
yeah, for sure. All right. Well, this has been a great check-in. I'm doing well. I'm back on track. It was a good week. I have another good week ahead of me, and I think I'm going to do really well in the next month and a half into the new year. So,
I agree.
progress is afoot. Thank you so much for all of your time and effort and support.
Of
And we'll see
course.
you next week. What's your schedule like? Are you going anywhere for Thanksgiving? Are you going to
I'll go hang out with Thomas and Jeremiah. But that's about it.
okay. So maybe like Sunday or Saturday or probably Sunday we could connect if that works sometime. Sunday afternoon because I'll be coming back from West Virginia.
Okay, sounds good.
We'll figure it out. But
Yeah,
the point is making
we're on our way.
progress, man, each and
Yeah, there
every
we go.
day. All right, thanks for tuning in, everybody. I appreciate you, and we'll see you next time on Fitness at 50. All right.